Assalamu alaikum guys. Today we are going to work with drawing of line graphs. It's a simple topic, but there are a few things that we must understand. Number one thing is that where we have the x-axis and y-axis, how we are going to label them and which values we must put around x-axis and y-axis, what must be the interval. Let me put some data. I'm going to draw a line graph of a temperature for over the period of 1 day. So temperature temperature over the period of 1 day. Now for this one, I'll put the data here and I will mention that, for example, let's say at 9 a.m. temperature was 9 degrees Celsius. At 10 a.m. temperature was 11 degrees Celsius. 12 p.m. temperature was 13 degrees Celsius. And at 1 p.m. temperature was 14 degrees Celsius. 2 p.m. temperature was 17 degrees Celsius. 3 p.m. temperature is decreasing. It's like let's say 11 degrees Celsius, and 4 p.m. temperature is 14 degrees Celsius. Now when I'm drawing this graph, I will draw the x-axis and y-axis first. So first thing first, I'll draw the x-axis. When I will draw the x-axis, I will mention here that we have time and we have temperature. So I will write the heading here. I will say this is time and this is temperature. I will draw a time temperature graph. I will draw the y-axis first and I will draw the x-axis. You will be drawing this on a grid paper, so this will be an easier thing for you to keep the intervals equal. Here this is x-axis and this is y-axis. I'll put time along my x-axis and I'll put temperature along my y-axis. Now for temperature and time starting at 9 a.m. and going to 4, so I will mention it here. I will do it as per my own calculation. I will try to keep the intervals equal, but you must, when you will be doing on a grid or square paper, it will be easier for you to mark these values here. I'm marking them 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. You must be thinking why I did 14 lines. It's my own choice, in fact, because at the end of the day when I'll be drawing the graph, you will see what difference does it makes. For temperature, I have 9 degree, 11, 13, 14, 17, 11 and 14. So this means I'm starting at 9. Let me put here this as 1, then I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 as the highest degree, so I'll keep only 14 degree till 14 degree here. Now I'll label it. I'll mention this as 9 a.m. You know that this is a.m., so I'm not writing the a.m. and p.m. here because it will take too much time. Or I can mention here time is in a.m. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Time is in p.m. in fact, so a.m. and p.m. I'll mention it here. 12, then 1 p.m., 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so first I'm going to do what? I need time till 4, so I will mention it from here. I'll say 9 a.m. is 9 degrees. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 a.m. 9 degrees. So I'll go from 9 up till here. I'll mark this spot. I'll put a small cross here. 10 a.m. is 11. Now if I will say that this is 10 and this is 11, I have till 9. Let me put 10 and 11, 12, 13 and 14 degrees. 10 is 11, so I'll go from 10 to 11. I'll mark this along x-axis. You can use the ruler as well. I'll use the ruler here and I will say along 10, this line is going till here. This is my 11 point, so here I'll mark it 11. 10 is 11, then 12 is 13, so I'll put 12 as 13. From 12 o'clock I'll go to 13. I know 13 is here, so from 12 o'clock I'll go to 13. Then 1 p.m. it's 14 degrees Celsius. 1 p.m. it's 14 degrees Celsius. So 1 p.m. it's 14, it's still here. Then 2 p.m. 17 degrees, so 2 p.m. 17 degree. Okay, temperature is going up, so I'll mention here 15, 16, 17. 2 p.m. is 17 degrees, so I'll go to 17. I'll mark from 2. You can also use the ruler. Even if you are working with the grid, it's better to use the ruler. You will get the exact spot. Okay, first I thought here along x-axis, I thought to leave one line blank. So 9 here, 10 here, 11 here, 12 here, 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. But now I didn't leave any space. I didn't left any space because anyhow I'm not using the grid paper. That's why I will not be able to explain it in that way. Once you will follow the steps with me, you will certainly be able to understand that how I am doing it. But I'll suggest you that you should use the grid paper. If you use the grid paper, try to keep 9 here, 10 here, 11, and you're leaving one space blank in the middle. Same case you can do here. You can put 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. So you will be having the midway half point as well. Alright, so I marked till 17. I'm going to 3 p.m. now. From 3 p.m. I'll go straight up. 3 p.m. What temperature is it? 11 degrees. So I'll mark it to 11. From 3, this is 11 degree. I'll mark this point as 11. And then 4 p.m. is 14 degrees. So 4 p.m. I'm going to be 14 degree here. So this is the point. Now when I'm going to draw the line graph, I'll join these lines. You will be using the ruler to do that. This one, this one, this one, this one. Now this is my line graph for what? For temperature, time, graph. Remember that you have to title the graph, you have to label the y-axis, label the x-axis. Now as per this line graph, I just did the line graph. The difference in a line graph and a bar chart is, in line graph you can find the midpoint values as well. For example, if someone says at 9:30 what was the temperature, so I know that between 9 and 10. Or for example, someone says 12:30, so I know this is the midpoint. I'll look at the midpoint and I'll draw a straight line. I'll say this is the temperature. So what is the temperature at 12:30? So it was 13.5. So this is how someone says what is the temperature at 3 p.m. or 2:30 p.m. So I'll go from here. I'll say okay, straight line is going till here, and let me mark this line from this point to this point. It's here, so this is the temperature. 13.5 degrees Celsius is temperature. First, use the table. Second, draw the line graph. Third, you will have questions here. They may ask where you find the abrupt change in temperature. So you can say between which times do you find the extreme change in temperature. So you can say that from here, it's like from 2 p.m. till 3 p.m. there is an extreme change temperature. What was the second change, or like where you feel that temperature is decreasing, where temperature is increasing, between which time temperature is increased. So you can say that from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. temperature is increased. Between which time frame temperature was changing abruptly, you can say between 1 p.m. till 4 p.m. temperature was changing abruptly, because you can see that this is going up, going down, then going up again. So this is an abrupt change. This is the line graph. In line graph you can find the values in between the times as well. So it's like an analog details. If you are talking about the digital, you know that times in digital goes by 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. But in analog, we have 1.1 second, 1.2, 1.3, and then 1.10 becomes 2 seconds. So this is like a more detailed explanation of a data. We know that graphs always we use them as a pictorial representation of a data, and pictorial representation means that it gives the exact details that what is happening, how it is happening. And for example, someone wants to know that what is the difference between the in my income in my business from last year and this year. So instead of getting the numbers like 3,428,000 and now this is 3,268,000, it's better that person can see that last year it was going like this, and then it came like this, then it's going up, then like this. So we can say that in between which month the sale was going up, in which month sale is going down. So if this is a sales and times graph, we can say this is sales and this is time months. So for example, this is January, this is February, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So in which month the sale was increasing? It was increasing in March. We can see that. Which month the sale is decreasing? It was increasing in April. So this is how the line graphs gives us the details. This is the quick review of the line graph. We also have a